I have to introduce myself.
Ulit tayo. Audio check.
So, harap ako sa'yo.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Huwag naman, ma'am. Grease. I'm Grace Veracruz. I'm the country head of Grab Philippines. Well, during the pandemic, a lot of people thought Grab thrived and that we didn't experience any challenges during the course of the pandemic. But actually, that's not true. Our four-wheel business during that time was shut down. If you remember, like all means of transport were temporarily shut down during the pandemic, and that was very tough for us. Most of our workforce was actually working on our mobility business, and we've had to pivot the entire organization to work on our deliveries business. So we've had to focus on food delivery, on parcel delivery, on pabili services to be able to survive the pandemic. Grab Mart is actually a pandemic baby. We didn't have Grab Mart before. That was something that was customer-centric innovation because people needed to deliver their everyday essentials to their homes. And so we had to create solutions for them in the middle of the pandemic. The next page for Grab is to continue on our mission of driving Southeast Asia forward and to empower everyday entrepreneurs. It's very important for us to bring everybody with us on the journey of technological innovation. What does that mean? It means making sure that our drivers and delivery partners had a source of livelihood and making sure that we help our merchants in the best and worst of times to grow their businesses.
My name is Tofrada. I'm head of public policy for TikTok Philippines. TikTok is primarily an entertainment app, and actually a lot of people turned to TikTok during the times of the pandemic because it was a fun and happy place. As a matter of fact, we also saw a lot of people who use TikTok as a way to entertain themselves during the lockdown. But at the same time, we also realized that there was an opportunity there for TikTok to spread useful information, such as bits of micro-learning during the pandemic, and we also used that opportunity to spread useful information about COVID. So we got a lot of these influencers who are actually putting up very useful bits about home learning, for instance, or a lot of instances people would want to put up information around English, math, and even grammar during the height of the pandemic. So it was really a mix of different people who put up authentic content, genuine content, and that's what we saw. It really resonated with the audience of TikTok. In TikTok itself, just does what it feels like is consistent with its mission, which is to inspire creativity and bring joy. So we put up these innovations based on what we feel would be relevant and would be interesting for our community. So for that particular reason, we don't really we don't look outside in terms of what we do to develop our app. Rather, we look inwards and we look at our mission and how we can further help bring joy to the community on TikTok. TikTok was a part of our lives during the pandemic, and I think TikTok will continue to be a part of our lives post-pandemic. TikTok 2 years ago was very, very different from what TikTok is today. And I believe 2 years from now, 5 years from now, TikTok will be very, very different. But I think what will remain constant is the dedication of TikTok to ensure that its community is always guided by the TikTok mission, which is to inspire creativity and to bring joy.
Hi, I'm Ricky Isla, AirAsia Philippines CEO. Very tough for AirAsia. As a matter of fact, for almost like 3 to 4 months, that's March till June, there was zero commercial flights. And we just have to make sure that we prioritized the needs on how we can get to recover as soon as possible. We immediately prepared the team with regards to enhancing or being more strict with regards to our safety protocols. So we have to think out of the box. We develop a lot of programs that we will be able to revenue with AirAsia Super App. We were able to elevate or upgrade our aviation business to a complete travel lifestyle product from end to end. You don't only book your flights. You're able to book your hotel requirements, your ride requirements upon landing in your point of destination. And not only that, we were also able to build a lot of activities like, for example, recreational activities and shopping activities as part of the AirAsia Super App. And that gives you actually how important it is to have a digital and a contactless solution that you're providing your consumers. The next page of AirAsia is beyond travel. It's beyond aviation. This is mainly on our passengers, on our customers, trying to democratize travel, give them more confidence to fly, give them more time to travel with their family, especially now that all of our destinations are practically open. And that's to us the most important.
Hello, I'm Dr. Victoria Belo. I'm the medical director of the Belo Medical Group. 2020 we were closed for 5 months, and then in 2021 we were closed for 5 months, and then we tried to maintain our salaries, help our people, so it was very hard. What I went through, the mental torture and everything was really hard, and sometimes, I wanted to give up, but then I'm very prayerful, so I just kept praying, take it one day at a time. That's what got me through. Because for me, my whole clinic is kind of based on my life experience. So the only reason I put up Belo Medical Group to begin with is because when I was young, I was bullied for being fat and ugly and pimply and whatever, all these things. And it really took a toll on me and my self-confidence. So I decided then that I would really devote my life to making people feel better about themselves. But being in the business for 32 years, I've seen how fast the improvement in terms of joy and happiness can be just by improving the way they look. The whole dermatology world is going more cellular. So it's no longer just skin cells, we're going down to the biomedical stuff. It's all about skin boosting, giving vitamins straight to the skin, improving your bacterial gut, so lessen the antibiotics, eat healthier. Cell signaling using electromagnetic energy, those are all things that are going to be brand new in the next 5 years. But we are adjusting and looking at all these things, and a lot of home care systems, a lot of wellness, more wellness. We'll integrate Belo with a lot of wellness because we want the people to not only be beautiful, but be healthily beautiful. The next page for Belo Medical Group is to just expand. We want to expand, of course, Belo Essentials to be, in the States, we finally got FDA approval in the US, and we're going to invade that market. Feeding ko Belo all over the world. What's it right? Belo Domination. Belo World Domination. Yun. That's my next page. So the beauty industry is evolving. So we have a lot of electromagnetic signaling systems. Things that we learned only in biochemistry is now coming up. So microbiome is a big deal. Microbiome is the health of your gut, and it's supposed to be your second brain, and supposed to be able to help you lose weight, get you better skin, etc. We are no longer talking about stem cells. We're already talking about exosomes. And exosomes is a word you have to remember, because I think in about 3 years, everything will be exosome this and exosome that.
There was a lot of people who learned about TikTok during the pandemic. So we've seen a lot of these new innovations that we've rolled out recently. There's one called the Digital Literacy Hub, wherein people now have access to a dedicated microsite, and they can learn how, number one, to protect themselves online as a digital user. So there's a lot of talk now about misinformation, a lot of fake news floating around. The Digital Literacy Hub is one way by which they can refer to so that they are not easily misled.
The next page of AirAsia, we think, is going to be to provide more flights and to provide the best fares, because we are a low-cost carrier company. And this will be strengthened with a lot of collaborations in the different industry sectors, with a lot of LGUs related to tourism. And more importantly is that this will open more commercial activities that includes also shopping, ride, and logistics.
The next page for Grab is using its platform and technology to drive the Filipino communities forward. We will continue to empower drivers, delivery partners, entrepreneurs, small, micro businesses. I'm really hoping for more innovation in the mobility sector. We need solutions to traffic, we need solutions to infrastructure, we need solutions to air, to the sea, and land transportation. So I'm really hoping that the technology can enable those innovations.